2 months. That's how long it had been since the divorce was finalized. 2 months of rebuilding my life, of reclaiming my sense of self after years of betrayal, lies, and emotional exhaustion. 2 months of learning that the person I thought I knew, the person I had trusted with my heart, had spent years deceiving me. I was sitting in my small apartment one quiet evening, scrolling through emails and thinking about dinner, when my phone rang. I glanced at the caller ID and froze. Her name wasn't familiar, but the area code was local. Something nudged me to answer. "Hello?" I said cautiously. "Hi." The voice on the other end was soft, hesitant. It's Megan. Megan, your ex-wife's sister." I blinked, unsure if I wanted to continue the conversation. The divorce had left everything raw, and I wasn't exactly eager to re-enter her family's orbit. "Megan. Okay, hi, what's up?" There was a pause, as if she was weighing every word. "I didn't know who else to call. I had to tell you something. About Lisa, about what she did." My stomach tightened. I had heard stories from friends, from whispers, from my own instincts, but I hadn't expected a confession, not from her family, not like this. "What do you mean?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. She was seeing someone else while you were married," Megan said, voice trembling. "I tried to warn her. I tried to warn you, but she never listened. It wasn't just one person. It was multiple. It's worse than you know." I sat back, letting the words sink in. Betrayal had been my constant companion for months, but hearing it confirmed, hearing it from someone who had no reason to manipulate me, cut sharper than I expected. I felt a mix of anger, disbelief, and that familiar hollow ache in my chest. "Why are you telling me this now?" I asked, my voice low. "Because she's moved on, and I couldn't keep it inside anymore. I couldn't let you go thinking it was your fault, or that you didn't deserve the truth," Megan said. There was a pause, then she added, "I'm sorry it's coming like this. I wish it hadn't taken the divorce for me to speak up." I ran a hand over my face, trying to process the flood of emotions. Anger, betrayal, sadness, and strangely, a sense of relief. Relief that I hadn't imagined the signs, that my instincts hadn't been wrong. Relief that now, finally, I had the full picture. "So, she cheated?" I asked quietly, though I already knew the answer. "Yes," Megan said, voice breaking slightly. "And she didn't just cheat once. I tried to tell her how wrong it was. I even tried to warn you, but she didn't care. I'm so sorry." I sat there in silence, letting the room around me fade away. I thought about the years of marriage, the small lies, the late nights, the unexplained absences, the moments when her eyes flickered with something I couldn't name. Every memory clicked into place like pieces of a puzzle I had never wanted to complete. I appreciate you telling me," I said finally, "even if it's late." "I had to," she whispered. "You deserved to know. You deserved better." That night, I didn't respond further. I didn't argue, didn't seek revenge, didn't call her out. The information was painful, yes, but it also brought clarity. Clarity that the marriage had been a facade, that the betrayal had been real, and that the life I had tried to preserve had been built on lies. Over the next few days, I thought about what Megan had told me. I replayed memories in my mind, matching them with the details she had shared. Each revelation stung, but it also freed me. Betrayal had no power over me anymore. Not when I had walked away, not when I had rebuilt my life, not when I understood the full truth. I realized that Megan's call wasn't just about confession. It was about validation, about giving me the final piece of the puzzle so I could finally close the chapter without doubt, without lingering questions, without imagining possibilities that didn't exist. 2 months after the divorce, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. a sense of control over my own story. I wasn't a victim anymore. I wasn't someone left in the dark. I had knowledge, clarity, and the freedom to decide what to do next. Not about her, not about her lies, but about me. I called Megan back the next day, just to thank her. "Thank you for being honest," I said. "I know this must have been hard for you." "It was," she said softly. "But you deserved it. You deserved to know the truth." That was all I needed to hear. I didn't need apologies from Lisa. I didn't need her excuses, her explanations, her half-hearted attempts at justification. I didn't need anything from her. I only needed the truth. And finally, thanks to Megan, I had it. I hung up, feeling lighter than I had in months. The betrayal still stung, yes, but the clarity made it bearable. I had walked away from lies, from deceit, from a marriage that had been poisoned long before its official end. And now, armed with the truth, I could fully reclaim my life, my dignity, and my peace. Sometimes the people who hurt you the most aren't the ones who reveal the truth. Sometimes it comes from the quiet voice of someone who cared enough to be honest when the moment was right. Megan's call didn't erase the pain, but it gave me something far more powerful: understanding, closure, and the knowledge that I deserved better than the life she had tried to trap me in.